Hey guys, so before we start, I have a cold. Ozzy has a cold. I'm all bunged up, so I can't read properly. And if you hear noises in the background, it's Ozzy. He's having a great time. But yeah, let's just get into the video. What's the worst thing a player has ever done in your game? I've had everything. Intentionally vomited on a goblin prisoner. Still don't know if it was sexual or not. She always was a weird one.
I love the way you have to go like questions like, was it sexual? It says a lot. Says a lot.
One of the party members got into a situation where he got shot and mortally wounded by about 10 thugs in their warehouse. He then tried to lure us into our deaths, essentially saying he was fine over his communicator, and then bled out and died. We all survived, but that was the last session he played with us. The next session in the campaign had us discover he was actually a robot, and we chopped up his body for parts. A sort of revenge from the DM for that guy's character essentially being min-max stat blocks.
I mean...
Good revenge?
I suppose, what other way is there? Like, the problem is, when it comes to like PvP and stuff,
yeah,
I think it kind of should be reserved for people that you know. Otherwise it kind of comes off very...
that guy-ish.
That guy, a bit mean-spirited, a bit nasty. I feel like it's perfectly fine though to do it if it's with people that you actually know.
People, like if I PvP James.
Well, you just do that for fun. You think that's fucking comic gold all the time.
But it is.
Well, that may be the case, but at least you know us.
Yeah. I've had a halfling rogue decide he's going to cut off my dwarf's beard, brag about it loudly, then get mad when I bash his brains in when he does go ahead and cut my dwarf's beard off in the night.
Well, what do you expect?
That's what you're going. If you're going to be a dick, expect to get dicked.
What's the human? What's the human equivalent? Like the IRL equivalent of this? Is it like a boomer with his 1970s sports car getting keyed?
Yeah.
Is it that type of uncontrollable?
Or like a hipster with his man bun?
Oh yeah, you cut his man bun. Oh no, that's.
Or you cut off like an actual hipster's beard.
No, beards and dwarves go way thicker than just hipsters with.
I know.
It's a next level. What's an uncontrollable age that's just widely understood that you just don't fucking do? Don't
steal my fucking dice.
Oh no.
Or that's like that one where the fucking guy put the dice in his mouth.
I refuse to believe that's actually a real human being because I just don't buy into someone's going to put someone else's fucking dice in their mouth.
Don't touch my dice unless it's okay.
Are you a fucking child? What is actually wrong with you? Why are you deciding to put this in your fucking mouth? Are you literally 2 years old?
Slept with another player's wife, destroying half a dozen friendships, a 10-year campaign and a marriage, ultimately leading to a wasted life and a useless death of a friend.
That's fucking heavy.
You're a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie, you're a piece of shit.
Be honest with me, we have came across this a couple times though.
Yeah.
With people sleeping with wives and party members and all that.
Oh, so he elaborates. Hold on. So the story is this. My friend and GM ran a campaign for a decade or so with several players, including myself and his wife. He'd walked away from some successes as a musician and devoted himself into gaming. Another player subversively began courting his wife and ultimately purchasing her.
What?
And ultimately purchased her with more money and shiny baubles.
Is she a fucking goblin? Is she a magpie?
My once strong and inspiring friend was shattered and couldn't deal with the loss of both his wife and everything he had willingly traded for her, and gaming. The marriage fell apart. The group fell apart. Some friends took betrayer's side and some the GM side. Who the fuck would take the betrayer's side? The campaign ended. My friend spiraled into a life of drugs, homelessness and forever longing for his lost life until it all caught up with him and he drove into a solid object at 150 miles per hour. Some years later. He died instantly and thus ends his saga. He was a genuine friend and I miss him dearly. Jesus
I have no fucking
Christ.
words for that. That's next level. That is next fucking level. Honestly, you know what that feels like? That feels like, you just one bad day away from fucking everything going out the window.
But that you're just one bad day away from
But then again, there was way more going on. Like, if your wife's that willing to fucking be like a magpie, it's like, oh, do you want some shiny stuff? Yeah, I'm going to assume there's obviously a lot more to it.
There has to be a lot more, but
if
your wife can be bought with gifts.
Or even just...
But yet again, we don't know. Maybe he completely fucking neglected her and just gave her no attention.
Yeah,
This guy comes along and gives her attention.
Yeah, it could be the case. I don't know. Like, there's a lot more to it than we just don't know. We're only looking
Jesus Christ.
We're only looking at what, like a needle hole of information about their life. You know, pretty fucking heavy though, guys. So where's the Kimmers at? That's what I was wanting. I don't want this heavy stuff. I want like, so I start down. Then there was this guy like wanking like fuck under the table.
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I
want. This, you know.
Not a single player, but a fucking clown fiesta group. Be me, hosting a D&D game for newbies at a local gathering place. 7 players want to join. Try to tell players / who owns the establishment that 7 players are too much. They don't care. All want me to host the game. Alrighty then. Sessions 1 to 3 go well. All the players are females. What?
That's very unusual. You never get that, do you?
I'm sorry.
This is like a unicorn.
Fake.
And then I rolled a nat 20, and then everyone got up and clapped.
No knowledge of the game or how to play. That's okay. Session 4. One of the girls invited 3 more players, where one of them is a guy friend. Clearly visible Asperger's on his face. Sees his eyes sparkle when 9 other players are females. Try to explain that 10 is too much and there should be a second DM.
Yeah, they should be.
People who own the establishment tell me that I am the only one.
You're the chosen one.
Oh, Dodge.
Oh, Doge. Oh, no. Oh,
Continue with session 4. Constant chattering, interruption, phone flicking and tea drinking in the table. The burger tries to hit on a couple of 1 out of 5s and 2 out of 5 females. People get pissy that his burger tries to harass them. Ask for me to do something about it. Express that I'm here because of my own goodwill. All of the females start to bitch how this burger guy is not respecting their safe space. People who own the establishment tells me during a break that I should deal with it. Express to them that I only run the game and that 10 people is the reason for it. Foot?
Foot?
Oh, people who own the establishment, guys, tells me...
How the fuck did you fuck up that abbreviation so badly?
Foot? People who own the establishment guy tells me that it's my problem and says fix it or else.
Right, we'll see about then.
I know.
How does that sound?
Go back to the room and see how Burger Guy is crying and all females are lynching him. Ask what's going on. Female tells me that Burger Guy touched someone's titty.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Not the titties.
At this
what video was it we did where the guy had that fetish and the titties fell out? It's like, oh, my titties. Oh. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. At this point, leave and tell the people who own the establishment that you're not returning. Go home. See that the people who own the establishment people stripped all my privileges from their Discord.
Oh, petty ass bitches.
Yeah. See that you are shit talked for not being a people person. See that bitching continues. Leave the Discord group. Yeah, I'm never running games for normies.
Yeah, honestly, like, see these people that are running the place. Seriously, you need to be a good target anchor if you want to own a Google Game Store.
Yeah.
That should be your prime ability, is being a target angler. I'm sorry, it's just one of those things. People that are a bit more on the wacky spectrum are more interested into tabletop games, Magic the Gathering, 40k, Wargames, all that stuff. Exactly, I'm speaking from experience. But target angling should be your chief job.
Yeah.
You should be more than capable of handling situations like this.
Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is fucking ASMR channel now. You know what's pretty fucking based? Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
All the titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of...
It's sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
We've got big brains. We add shit. But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. One player I had demanded more politics in the game. We say this every time, guys. Don't bring politics into games.
The problem is, I don't mind a bit of, realpolitik sort of stuff, but you know exactly what people want whenever they ask for it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep. demanded more politics in the game, was then annoyed that the power holders in my adamantly very generic medieval fantasy setting were mostly nobles and landholders, not people elected by peasants.
There's a Monty Python sketch about
You're not my king! I didn't vote for you!
Yeah, put something like that.
Tried to get the player group to strike in solidarity with the teachers' unions. It was a uni game. Pouted when we all decided to continue to play dragons and dungeoning. Tried to lead a people's revolution against the aforementioned noble power holders along with a thief, who was playing a much deeper political game. Pouted when the cleric of law and rulership, Mage, who was a pediatrician? Does that say pediatrician? Wait, what does that say?
Hold on.
Patrician.
I'm keeping that in, Megan. I'm keeping that in. Patrician, so it's like the oligarchy, the ruling elite of the city or whatever.
Mage, he was a do
you want to say it again?
In a major city, and fighter, working his way up to a barony, sided with the nobility. Pouted when his ragtag peasant army was defeated by trained soldiers and cavalry. We even fought it out using mass combat rules and tiny cardboard box unit markers.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Actually punched the thief's player when it turns out he was using the revolution as a cover to expand his gang/spy ring, and betrayed the revolution at every step. God bless you, Rob B, wherever you may be. Your antics made a forgettable game actually interesting.
Oh, yeah, see, this is what I think sometimes when it comes to like a lot of the stories we do. At least, like, even if they were...
Yeah, they were probably shit to work with.
They were shit games. They probably weren't even that fun at the time. But...
You remember them, though? You're going to tell them around your next game?
Yeah, you are going to be... Oh, mate, there was this mental that I was playing with last week or whatever. You know what I mean? And these are the type of stories that... Okay, they may be cringe at the time. They may be like, oh my god, what the fuck am I doing in my life? But you're never going to forget them.
Yeah.
So maybe it was the friends we made along the way, guys.
You know what James said to me earlier?
What?
He was feeding the baby, and he goes, Ozzy, I hope you're not cringe whenever you're older. And I was like, James, there's no way of that, because we're both based, and I do not give birth to cringe babies.
Well, no, I did say, I hope he doesn't come out to me as cringe.
Dad,
I'm cringe now.
and cringe.
Well, here, look, you know, well, what is it going to be like?
Kids are locked under the cupboard like Harry Potter.
Well, what's it going to be like in 15 years? Like, this video's not about this. Let's keep going, Molly.
Player who gets easily bored when not in a fight. Investigating a cult. Find they have a church in town. My cleric and a few other party members disguise ourselves as pilgrims, since the guards are looking for us on the order of a corrupt noble. Get into the church and start asking questions. We get a few questions answered, and at the start of a lead is forming when the player gets bored. Suddenly Dragonborn flame attack. Suddenly every firebomb he has gets thrown. Church is in flames. Try to save the priest but fail and he dies. Okay, well, that is me. Kinda.
I can see some similarities.
Have to use healing spells on a bunch of civilians who took damage in the fire. Lawful good cleric. Guards start to show up, low profile completely shattered. No leads, no further info. Sent 10 steps back. Actual argument breaks out where all of us are yelling. That player defending his actions while the DM just sits there silently. Weeks of investigation work and roleplay down the drain. Campaign is so derailed that the DM has to veto the session. Time gets put back to before the burning took place, and we're all to pretend that it never happened. Lose all trust in one of the party's main characters and really don't want to adventure alongside him anymore, knowing he could be a liability. That player slowly stops showing up. Campaign now on hiatus.
Wait, what are you on about? It was fixed. He started leaving.
Yeah.
He silently left. Problem fixed.
Forever DM here. I never get to actually be a player, and goddamn was I salty that when I finally do it falls apart for seemingly no reason. So you just sat there?
I mean...
Silently? So were you the DM?
No, he was a player at the time.
Oh, was
but
he?
like, you know, look, if someone starts doing this, you could always step in and intervene.
And say...
Hold the fuck up.
Fucking stop it.
It's time to say no.
Shut down and stop it.
I don't know. I always find like see like retcon and stuff. It's it sounds like a good idea, and it does fix a lot of problems whenever shit gets drilled so badly, but I've had it happen before, and I feel like it's not the right way to go about it, even if it feels, or you think, no, we should really just go back, we'll have a soft reboot, we'll just forget about this and continue onwards.
You better just jump into a different part and giving them like the ultimate, like of not the best possible outcome, but like a semi-good possible outcome.
There's ways to work around this. Okay, the church was burnt down. Was there survivors? Let's say there was. They're horribly misshapen. Maybe you can make them all like Helen Keller, where their eyes are burnt out, they can't talk at all because it's burnt. Oh yeah, that's actually brilliant. I like that. Yeah.
Well done, James.
Oh, here, look.
Pat on the back.
Yeah, and then so they are aware of them, or they know who they are, but they've got no way of communicating to them.
New downloadable.
Okay, I'm not going to make it a thing.
Coming up.
Yeah.
I tricked the paladin into drinking 100 doses of poison with me because I misunderstood how to prepare it as a hallucinogen.
I mean, did you really trick him?
Did you trick him?
I mean, like that sounds more like a freak accident. Let's call that.
Yeah.
What would be down on an insurance form? Oh, I didn't mean. Oh, okay. You could maybe get homicide or manslaughter.
Had a group comprised of metalheads, and we flayed a guy alive and smeared every body fluid possible into interrogating him.
I mean, that's pretty metal, not gonna lie.
That's pretty fucking metal. I vomited acid into a medical room and melted away the diseased commoners we were sent to help, because fuck catching what they had.
Beast department, am I right?
Our current group's death knight got the 9-year-old daughter of a noble addicted to some homebrew plum drug, and she used her influence to ensorcel the town's children into finding her more. The first campaign I ran ended with the bard sacrificing the rest of the party and several local lords at a fake coronation. He'd been plotting it off-screen with a necromancer he solo diplomacied several sessions earlier.
I don't think I'm that bad, Megan, compared to these guys. Okay, I'll go through some of the list of stuff that I've done. So, off the top of my head, we use Control Water for waterboarding on a daily basis. Anytime we need any form of information, Control Water is always there. So waterboarding is always a great option for uncovering information. I sold all of our souls to liches. Now, I didn't sell everyone's soul. I just was a businessman and no one decided to speak up, and then everyone got pissy with me afterwards. It's like, James, why did you sell our souls? Like, look, motherfucker, you got to speak up. You know what I mean? Like, I was barred my soul to get...
spoke on everybody else.
No, I was speaking for myself. It's just no one else decided to speak up, so that's your problem. What other horrible things have I done? That was it. So we were
something about an orphanage.
Yeah, that's what I was going to. So, for some reason, we were taking our big, huge ship. It's more like an aircraft carrier, and it got nicked by the lich for reasons. And I decided, I haven't been to see him in a wee while. And we were on this planet that's a bit of a backwater, and there's a civil war going on at the time. So obviously, there's going to be a ton of orphans, and. I go ahead and ask, like, well, I've got a lot of money with me and I just made a good cargo trade, so I've got like a lot of gold. How much would it be to buy like the orphanage? And they said, you don't buy orphans. It's like, bollocks. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
And everyone was like, no, James, you can't do that. That's hyper evil. You can't do that to orphans.
It's also child trafficking.
But my argument for it was, well, if people say that they actually cared about orphans, then they wouldn't be fucking orphans to begin with. So you see where my logic is.
And then James goes, I'm not that bad.
I'm not that bad. What other horrible things have we done in the not so distant past?
Probably a lot more. I can't remember.
Psychic mind manipulation, in the Lamb of the Frost Maiden game. I think I'm being more kind than anything a lot of the time. We burnt down a village of goblins really hard. Like we decimated them. It was a lot of fun. We got to play Creed and Square Water.
Did you also send the dragon?
Oh yeah. Okay, so what happened was, we also had that time where we were hiding.
This one time.
Yeah, this one time. But yeah, so what happened was, we were looting from a dragon's hoard, and we knew the dragon was going to come back, but we needed more time to get everything out of his hoard because it's very valuable, you see. And we didn't want it, we'd spent like 3 days getting there, so.
So they just said, fuck
Fuck
this
it,
big ass dragon
let's-
that steal all its shit.
So, of course, we spend a bit more time than we need to. Of course, the dragon shows up. We all decide to hide ourselves away. But it gets better, so I took one level in Warlock, Greedle 1 Warlock, and I got a weakened mind. So I decided to, you know what, I'm gonna communicate directly to the dragon and be like, oh, I'm a great elder entity, and I come from the depths below, and all. I was LARPing as a elder brain. Anyway. So I told them, like, oh yeah, you know, me and you could work together. You know, I've been keeping an eye on the surface vault and whatnot. And guess what? I saw all your shit getting nicked by this guy that we were working for, but it was okay because he turned out to be a dick, and I can't tell you who he is because it's spoilers for the guy with Frostmaiden. I told them it was these other people that were very mean to us, by the way, Megan. They were very nasty villagers, not even 3-4 sessions ago. So I blamed it on an ex-boss and a village full of people that didn't think we were very nice, and they all died pretty much, but I mean, like, I thought that was the best thing to do at the time. So what evil shit have you done? Or what shit's just got really out of hand? Or have you ever, like, done anything that bad that derails a game? Oh, and then there was that other time I killed the bard by accident.
By accident?
Yeah, it was a gas leak.
Yes.
It was a gas leak. We were fighting a basilisk. And what happened was, so we knew that, like, you know, the police... Like,
Do you guys see a pattern here? Of why we call James that guy?
I'm not that bad. I think I'm fun, alright?
That's what they all say.
I'm having a blast, guys. Yeah, I think we'll just end it there then, will we?
Yeah.
Here, bit of an announcement. We're going to be starting something on Sunday nights. We have our first one-shot that's ready to be sold. It's called Steel Water. I don't really want to tell you guys what it's about. It's a lot of fun, though. I think it's a lot of fun. You'll find out if you want to tune on Sunday night. You know, we're going to be running that one-shot. Sadly, Megan's not going to be able to join us because...
One of us have to look after the child.
Yeah, so you're just going to show up, and we might turn this into a more common thing. We don't really know yet.
I might show up now and again and voice an NPC.
Shit like
or
that.
Something.
It's hard to say, though, because...
Depends on the baby.
It really does. It depends 100% on the child if he's up for it or not. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that's about it. Make sure you check that out for Sunday. Anything else,
Yes,
Megan?
check out the website.
Oh, yeah,
check
all the
out
usual.
all the models, the subclasses, everything else. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye!